start with today's lesson. Today, we're going to talk about word problems about money and age. It's very common in math. So the objective is I can understand, solve word problems by drawing diagrams, identifying unknown things, and creating equations. Okay? And let's move on the next slide. So the first word problem, it's about money. And in this problem, there are just take a quickly scan what it looks like in the problem. It looks like in the problem we have one person called Justin, the other person called Eva, the other person called Emma. Okay, so there are three different kind of persons. My recommendation, if there is a more than two person, always list them. So I have Justin and I have Eva. Just get a piece of paper and list all of them. And I have Emma, okay? And now try to read one at a time. So Justin has 7.50 more than Eva. So Justin has 7.50 more than means plus whatever is Eva. I'm gonna just leave it blank for now, okay? And Emma has $12 less than Justin. Okay, $12 less than means subtracting 12, right? We're talking about Emma. And whatever is coming here, it's a Justin. It's kind of puzzle. So let me just put just for now J. And Eva is unknown. Did you see? They didn't mention about Eva. And because of it didn't mention, you have to label this with variable. So I'm gonna label this variable X. Okay, if Eva is X, then Justin will become 7.5 plus X. Okay, and if Justin is 7.5 plus X, and then Emma will become, I'm just going to erase this. So instead of this J, I'm going to put 7.5 plus X and minus 12. Okay, so now I list everything I know about the word problem until here, until this first dot. Now let's read the rest of them. It says, together they have total. Total was addition. If you add them all, because they have a total, it's a 63.00 or just a $63. So what you do is you just need to draw this line and add them, all of them. So the Justin has 7.5 plus X, okay, this is Justin. And now I'm gonna add Eva. The Eva has X, okay? And the last thing is Emma has, it's very long, so you need to list all of them without missing anything. 7.5 plus X and subtract 12. And everything is equal to, because of the total, it says 63 over here, you need to make it 63, okay? So the yesterday's note, we talk about whenever you see an equation, equation was, if you see equal sign, that's the equation, you have to take a look and see if there is a variable, more than one variable. So there is a 1x, 2x, 3x's. So you need to add them all. Because if there are 3x's, you have to put 3x, okay? And the number two, take a look what numbers you have. You have 7.5 plus 7.5 and subtracting 12, okay? 7.5 plus 7.5, that would become 15, and subtracting 12, that would become 3, okay? So your equation will become 3x minus 3 equals 63, okay? And this is a two-step equation that we learned in math. So the first step is you have to add 3. Okay, we talk about this a lot, why we need to add 3. So 3's are cancel out. And because we didn't touch the variable term, you have to bring it down. But I don't have much space left. I'm going to write it down right here. It's a 3x, okay? And that is equal to 63 plus 3. That would become 66, okay? And the last step, it's, let me pick another pencil. Okay, so the last step is you have to divide by 3. Please do not ask me again why we're dividing by 3. It's because for this one, and only x would be left on the left side, and 63 divided by 3, that would become 22. Okay, who has a $22? Just go back your what you listed in the problem. So because of Eva is X, so Eva will have $22. Okay, so because the question is how much does each person have? So we figured out how much Emma has. It's a 22. And for Justin, it's a more than Eva, 7.5 more than Eva. So you have to add 7.5 to X, the value of X, which is 22, and that would become 29.5. Okay. If Justin has 29.5, so this is a 29.5, and you need to subtract 12, and that would become the money that Emma has. So 12 is 117.5. Okay, that's it. It looks like a long word problem, and you will see something similar in the benchmark. Let me put this like a star. In your own time, you guys can just grab a piece of paper, try this question by yourself, and try to compare what I did in my own, like with this note. You can find this note on your Google Classroom, okay? So this is one of the most important problem that you may see in your benchmark.